Howdy, howdy, everybody, and welcome to Skyrim. Um, I've had, well, let me take a step back. I started playing Oblivion Remastered, and I had started getting some crashing issues, some major crashing issues. Crashing, the last video I was recording, it crashed two times inside of 5 minutes. Actually, I think the video was like 430 something minutes long, and the game crashed twice. So, uh, we are in Skyrim here. We're doing a fresh little start here. We've got our character is a female character. Once we get into the game, we'll switch over to third person so we can see our character easier. Um, but we've got quite a few different mods on this. If I'm not mistaken, we're like just shy of 200 mods. So heavily modded game, and for the most part, these mods don't have any issues with each other. They don't clash. There's some minor clashes, uh, but that's what you get into a modded game. Whereas when I was playing Oblivion, that was bone stock straight out of the box. No mods playing, no nothing running, nothing at all. So, but um, I'm probably going to be a lot more quiet through this game, mainly because, well, uh, some parts it's going to be, uh, or the combat portions are going to be kind of, I wouldn't say intense, but I'm going to be focused on them. So, but this is the standard start on Skyrim, and I mean this game's been out for what 15 years now, almost. So, but we'll just get right in.
Why are we stopping?
Why do you think? End of the line. Let's go. Shouldn't keep the gods waiting for us.
No, wait! We're not rebels!
Face your death with some courage, thief.
You've got to tell them! We weren't with you! This is a mistake!
Step towards the block when we call your name. One at a time.
Empire loves their damn lists.
Ulfric Stormcloak, Jarl of Windhelm.
It has been an honor, Jarl Ulfric.
Ralof of Riverwood. Lokir of Rorikstead.
No! I'm not a rebel! You can't do this!
Halt!
You're not gonna kill me!
Archers! Anyone else feel like running?
Wait. You there. Step forward. Who are you?
Now, right here is where you would typically be selecting your character, but because of the mods I've got, uh, I've already selected my character.
Captain, what should we do? She's not on the list.
Forget the list. She goes to the block.
By your orders, Captain. Follow the captain, prisoner.
Ulfric Stormcloak. Some here in Helgen call you a hero, but a hero doesn't use a power like the voice to murder his king and usurp his throne. You started this war, plunged Skyrim into chaos, and now the Empire is going to put you down and restore the peace.
What was that?
It's nothing. Carry on.
Yes, General Tullius. Give them their last rites.
As we commend your souls to Aetherius, blessings of the 8 divines upon
For the love of Talos, shut up and let's get this over with.
Learn up as you wish.
Come on! I haven't got all morning.
Now, a mod that I've got that's running in the background, it is Auto Harvest. What it does is automatically picks up items, gear, and equipment. So,
Imperial bastards!
Justice!
Death to the Stormcloaks!
As fearless in death as he was in life.
I've changed the settings up a little bit, and that glow on the body was
To the block, prisoner.
a little bit new to the settings that I normally run, but
What in Oblivion is that?
Sentries, what do you see?
It's in the clouds!
Dragon!
and there's the introduction to the first dragon.
Jarl Ulfric, what is that thing?
Just need to move it. Hammond, you need to get over here! Now! Better. Stay close to the wall!
So as you guys can probably guess, I've played this game once or twice. If we were to go in that door right there, we would be more aligned with the Stormcloaks. Whereas if we go in this door, we're going to be more aligned with the Imperials. I tend to go with the Imperials.
Looks like we're the only ones who made it. Was that really a dragon? To bring us of the end times? We should keep moving. Come here. Let me see if I can get those bindings off. There you go. Take a look around. There should be plenty of gear to choose from. I'm going to see if I can find something for these burns.
Alright, so this is our character.
Look around.
Now, might notice she looks kind of
Got to be a sword or two.
kind of skinny, kind of thin. But one of the mods we have is pumping iron. And with pumping iron,
Let's keep moving.
as you gain skills, more specifically skills related to the body, whether archery, or marksmanship, which less so, but more so like one-hand weapons, two-hand weapons, and so on. So, let's go ahead and equip some gear. All right. Now, me personally, I don't tend to wear helmets. So, all right. Next up, we can go a couple different ways. We can go. We got one-handed swords. We got a two-handed sword. We've got a bow. Actually, we're going to go ahead and go bow. And the reason behind that is stealth archer. We are going to actually go lean more toward a spell blade, but starting out,
Maybe we can
stealth archer is easier. And
No one here now. Let me see if I can get that.
all right. Since we don't have any bracers, we're going to go ahead and equip those. And nothing to use on him. We'll take the weapon. So, but yeah, stealth archer starting off is super strong. Well, right off the bat, it's not overly overpowered, but it's still pretty strong. Once you start building up some stealth skills, it gets really strong. But you know, I say that, and we take down both of those guys in 3 arrows total. We are going to be running light armor, as that is my personal preference. And the reason why we're going light is stealth. Light is much easier to be quiet with. So,
The torture room. Gods, I wish we didn't need these. Hear that? Come on. Oh, no.
You fellows happened along just in time. These boys seem a bit upset at how I've been entertaining their comrades.
Don't you even know what's going on? A dragon is attacking.
How dare a dragon, please. Don't make up nonsense.
so one of the mods I do have is
Although come to think,
it is a cheat mod. It's easy lockpicking,
some odd noise
mainly just because of how tedious lockpicking gets.
coming from over there.
Come with us. We need to get out of
So
You have no authority over me, boy.
something I is just like I said, it's tedious to do. So I just go ahead and I run that mod, makes things easier on me.
Take all my
So
Grab what you can and let's go.
all right, so we're coming up on our first little bit larger of a fight.
Are we supposed to go?
Just give me a minute. Let me think.
I will tell you.
Must have scared them off.
there should be one more archer. There we are. I'm probably just going to take weapons. I don't run shields. Just that's what I do or how I play in the game. Sword and shield is still a very powerful way to play, but I just go with. I'm typically either bow or I am single or one-handed with a running spells. So when I'm not going full spell slinger, so. Now, once we get out of Helgen, I have some mods that I can activate, or that I will be activating. So a good way, or good way to tell if you're gonna kill something is if you get that kill shot animation. Um, just so happens that, well, that's a surefire way of telling whether or not you're gonna kill something. So, oh, and we are out of stamina. All right. Um, yeah, we're gonna leave that off for the time being. All right, dragon's
Looks like he's
gone.
for good this time. But I don't think we should stick around.
All right, to our right here, that is another cheat. In that it's called Leveler's Tower. As a matter of fact, let's. Oh hey, I'm over encumbered. All right, pull the bow back out. So, um, one of the things with one of the mods I have, it prevents encumbrance when having a weapon drawn. So, but in here, I think it's the tower. Yeah. Alrighty. Well, that is this mod. Um, Alright, draw my weapons just so I can move around. We got a bunch of stuff we need to sell off, as a matter of fact. Yeah, we got a bunch of stuff to sell. All these weapons is quite a bit of weight. So, but out here in the real or out here in the world, we automatically pick up stuff that's within, I think it's 100 foot of us. Makes things easier for picking things up, obviously. So, starting off, typically you would just have these three standing stones to choose from because this the first ones you come across. Thief stone is going to, oops, it covers speech, pickpocket, lock picking, sneak, light armor, and I think archery. Warrior covers one hand, two hand, block, heavy, smithing, and mage covers enchanting, alteration, restoration, destruction, conjuration, illusion. Oh, and alchemy is under thief. So, um, so yeah, you get 20% from these versus the 15% that we're getting with the lover stone. But the lover stone gives us 15% to everything. So, it's easier stone to go with. So, now, let's see, we're coming up. Alright, so might see some markers actually already up on my map, or on my compass bar up top. And those are for quests for some armor that we're not going to mess with at the moment. There is a mine straight over there that we went past. We'll eventually go there and clear it out. But at the moment, we have no need to. All right, coming up in town.
A dragon! I saw a
What happened
dragon!
to you, boy?
What? Shh, Uncle, please.
Ain't every day we get visitors in River. Of course. What's all this about? What are you two doing here?
You get free stuff from this guy if you go the Imperial route.
What?
Um,
Explains what I saw earlier. Flying down the the Jarl. We need to get word to Jarl Balgruff in Whiterun to send whatever soldiers he can. If you'll do that for me, I'll be in your debt.
all right. So,
Come on inside.
um,
Sigrid will get you something to eat, and you can tell us what happened.
we'll step in here. We are going to sell off a bunch of stuff.
I said no.
And
No adventures, no theatrics, no thief chasing.
Well, what are you going to do then, huh? Let's hear it.
We are done talking about this. Oh, a customer. Sorry you had to hear that. Yeah, we did have a bit of a break-in. An ornament, solid gold in the shape of a dragon's claw. You could? I've got some coin coming in from my last shipment. It's yours if you bring my claw back. The sooner you find the claw, the sooner our lives can get back to normal. Trinkets, odds and ends, that sort of thing.
all right. So let's start off with selling some of our stuff. I buy up spells until we get all the spells. Just something that I do. I want to have access to all the spells we can. So it's like I said, it's just something that I like to do. Um, Next thing I like doing is I like getting as I can. I like picking up enchanted gear for the purpose of disenchanting it and um, so I have so that I can enchant them. So or so I know the enchantments. Um, but
Now,
all
if you're
right.
going to get those seeds, you should head to Bleak.
Now,
We have to go through town and across the bridge to get to Bleak Falls Barrow.
all right. So that book that we just picked up. Let's go over to our books. Summon craft tools. What that does is it makes it so that we have
So, the still
um, we have access to uh, um, crafting stations wherever we are. So, but all right. So if we were to be following the main quest line directly, we would be going that direction to go to Whiterun. But we are not. We are going to go up this hill. And the reason being is we need something at the top of this hill. And it's going through Bleak Falls Barrow. Um, and it's just part of something to speed things up. All right, so there are a handful of enemies around that tower. Um, Not really much way of stealthing around them, but you can definitely take out a few of them. As a matter of fact, you see one that's going back inside right now. Um, there's the one that, as you're coming up, leans up against that tree. If you're good with a bow, you can hit from way back where I was. These are the only two that are outside. Now let's go in, and we will get the ones in here. There is a chest right here. I've already emptied it because of the auto harvest. Now, another thing that we can do We can destroy bodies. Um, Alright, so we are. Let's grab a one hand. Guess we use that. Actually, no, we'll go ahead and we'll go bow. Now, it is possible to clear all the enemies without being noticed. It's possible. Not easy, but it is possible. In all honesty, it's not something I mess with. I just go. I do walk through stealth and pick them off as I can, but knowing that I will get noticed. But way you can do it is you can, after you take out the one I just did, you can get yourself up there. So you got line of sight across, and you can pick off enemies. Oh well, I'm already detected. So, all right. Alright, so let's go ahead and heal ourselves. Alright. So you got two enemies right there. We are actually going to go for that one right there, because that one is an archer, and it's easier to not take them out before or first. Or, well, it means that you don't have an archer after you. Now, this is part of a one of the mods. I don't remember which one does it, but that right there is actually a mimic, and we do not have the damage output to do well at remove or killing it. So we're just going to bypass it. All right. We're fixing to go back into stealth. Now you could have just, this guy would have just walked up, hit this lever, and triggered a trap, and you could have let them use that trap to kill themselves. So, but the way I look at it is, why waste the opportunity to get some XP? So, all right. Nothing really of interest up here. Don't even think there's anything worth anything on that shelf. So, now, all right. take it. Money's money. Now, we did just, I think we just picked up a book. And, ooh, hey. We'll read that. We are not going to open it yet. This is a skill book. Increases skill in pickpocket if memory serves me right. And the reason why we are not opening it yet is because we want to level as high as we can before we open that. Because the longer we wait, the more experience we get opening the book. So, all right. Now, might be wondering why I'm switching over to flames. And that is because being attacked by skeevers on a spiral staircase is not easy. So, now one thing to be mindful of with skeevers, you can get poisoned. Fortunately, we did not. So, we're lucky there. Now, we are coming up on a giant spider. And we've got a couple different ways we can, well, let's go ahead and level up. We got a couple different ways we can fight it. But, let's see. Where are we going to put our point? We could go destruction, since how that's what I've got pulled out right now. Or, I mean, we could put it just about anywhere. We are actually going to go ahead and put it in archery. So let's go ahead and switch back to the bow. And alright, we'll drop back down in stealth. We're not going to stay in stealth for long.
Don't let it get me. Help!
Oh, wow. Didn't take much to kill him. Alright.
It's coming loose. I can feel it. Why should I share the treasure with anyone?
So we are actually, well, we're not doing too bad on arrows. I was fixing to say we're running a little low on arrows, but we're not too bad. All right. So when coming through here, make sure you do not miss looting this guy. This guy has golden claw, and said golden claw is actually a key. Another thing is don't step on that circle right there. Causes that gate to swing at you and does a lot of damage. is up, I am seen. So it doesn't matter if I drop out of stealth. Makes it actually easier to see where we're at, or see over the steps, or down the steps. Alright. Now, this right here can be a challenge. You can time it going through one blade at a time, or you can just sprint across. Now you can pull, once you're across, pull that chain and you can disactivate or deactivate it. Or you can leave it up going and use it to kill Draugr while you're here. Another thing you can do is this right here. And that's going to help clear out and kill but you can shoot those. I don't know if you want to call them. They're not really baskets. Urns. And they'll drop fire down. Typically, they're positioned straight over oil, and they allows you to use the environment to kill your enemies. Something that you can do once you get into the harder difficulty levels or higher levels and whatnot. Definitely helps. So this right here is a vein, metal vein. We've already actually been picking up iron, but only the one enemy there, unless you start running, or once I turn on Sands of Time and Genesis, I'll start getting a lot more enemies, but I haven't turned those on yet. We'll get out of Bleak Falls Barrow first before I turn those mods on. We are going to be looking at building ourselves gear. I've got a gear set that I like running. I just like the looks of it. It looks quite a bit like the armor from Assassin's Creed. And when I talk about Assassin's Creed, I'm talking about the first couple with Ezio. Right. So as soon as we get through here, there's going to be a Draugr that pops out of that casket right there. Then there's two up top, if memory serves me right, on base, which is essentially where we're at. So yeah, there's two up top. We drop back into hiding. See, that's a way you can kill Draugr, or any enemies. There's more of those urns, fire urns, one there. And this is oil on the ground there. So if you're to shoot those and they drop, or if you use flame spell on that, it will ignite also. Alright. There's another one right there. No need in shooting it or lighting that oil on fire. All you're going to do is block your path and or slow yourself down and cause yourself damage. Now, earlier I mentioned Golden Claw. The Golden Claw is used to open this door, but first we have to rotate these rings before inserting the key. And tell you what, you can look at the palm of the claw to see what all symbols you need. So in this case, it's I'm going to call it a bear, a bird, and an arrowhead. Now up ahead here, so top left corner you see the amethyst, iron, garnet. That's because we are collecting ore from a iron vein, which I'm trying to remember where it's actually sitting. Just off the side somewhere here. I don't remember where exactly it is. Right. Yeah, like I said, I don't remember where it's sitting, but it's around here somewhere. But up here, before you go up here, there's a Draugr that's going to come out of there. That Draugr will come out when you interact with that. And the interaction is just, you just walk up to it and let's see if I can get this chest. You can get back there going around and dropping down. It's just, I typically grab it before I go up. So, alright, let's go ahead and interact here. And this Draugr actually can use shouts, but we killed him before he had the opportunity to start using shouts on us. Alright. Nothing fancy in there. Oh, hey. If memory serves me right, these that's from Apocalypse. These guys are actually easier to hit with spells like Flames or actually or weapons. A little bit more difficult to hit with a bow, just because of their erratic movements. All right. Oh, yeah. You can drop off back here to hit that chest, um, instead of having to jump up and trying to parkour your way into it. But all right. So that is that cleared. Pretty quick, pretty easy. Um, all right. Now there's a couple things you can do when you get out of here. You can either um, the easiest thing to do to get to Whiterun is just fast travel over to Riverwood. Or if you don't want to do that, I mean, you can run there. It takes longer, but you can do that. So now, um, now that we've finished or we've cleared that we don't have a need to keep the golden claw,
You found
you
it?
can actually turn the claw in here.
There it is. Strange.
Uh,
It seems smaller than I remember. Funny thing, huh? I'm gonna put this back where it belongs. I'll never forget this. You've done a great thing for me and my sister. Thank you so much. Some may call this junk. Me, I call them treasures.
all right. And he's doesn't have too much money left, so we're just gonna sell what we can, run him out of money, and we'll keep the rest. Um, so we did pick up a couple of enchanted items while we were in there, in Bleak Falls Barrow. We will be disenchanting those, and
All right,
yeah.
then.
So, all right. Step back outside here. Now we do have more gear we can sell, but with being nighttime, your options here in Riverwood for sale is the general trades, the Riverwood Trader, and the blacksmith that's here. Well, being that it's nighttime, they're closed. So, all right, let's go ahead and switch back to our bow. So now we're headed toward Whiterun. At Whiterun, that is where we're going to get the quest to that leads to us killing the first dragon, or well, the first dragon that we're going to kill. So let's see. We should have. There he is. I was fixing to say we should be seeing a wolf. And if memory serves me right, we might get a second one. Yep. why there's a giant walking through here. I don't know. I mean, we could take on the giant, but there's no point. They're, for the most part, they're non-aggressive unless you get either A, you attack their animals, or B, you get too close to their camp. So, all right. No wonder why everything was so easy. It was on novice difficulty level. Alright, so part of the reason why I just moved that to the hardest difficulty level possible is so that we can actually get to this fight before this giant is killed. And I still didn't. So, in that case, we're going to stay as far away from them as we can. Those are the companions. You'll get some different chat options depending on if you help them or not. And if you do not help them, they pretty well kind of like almost bad mouthing you. Not quite, but so. But if you're then on a side note, if you're wanting to get to one of the major one of the other major cities, you can talk to this guy, and you can take carriage to said cities. So, all right, on our way up into Whiterun, we've got a little bit. We've got some stuff we got to do here. Now, I was really hoping it was daytime when we got here, so that we can clear out a bunch of our inventory. Because I'm getting tired of running around with my weapon out.
Port. City's closed with the dragons about. Official business only. Fine. But we'll be keeping an eye on you.
So persuade is typically a lot easier than using intimidate until you at least until you get higher levels in speechcraft.
For the Imperial soldiers.
I just can't fill in. Have you met my father? He's a steward up at Dragon's Reach. All right then.
All right.
Dragons I can handle. But this talk of dragons, world's gone mad, I say.
So normal business hours. This is one of the mods that I've added. This vendor here,
Yes, so
she sells soul gems.
Come on in. Let me know if you need anything, or take a seat by the fire, and I'll.
All right, so let's take a peek at pumping iron. No, okay. No point in sleeping. Yeah, we'll just. Yeah, you can, with the mod pumping iron. Oh, hey, we don't have to pull the weapon out in town. With that mod,
You look tired.
as you level up your skills, your physical skills, you can actually, each time you sleep, you can slowly get heavier. And so you're growing your muscles. So, but
They say Helgen got hit by a dragon. One of those horrors comes here. We'll be ready.
all right, Irileth.
My lord, please. This is no time for rash action. I just think we need more
What's the meaning of this interruption? Jarl Balgrup is not receiving visitors.
Who's this then?
Well, that explains why the guards let you in. Come on then. The Jarl will want to speak to you personally.
So obviously the armor is not base armor.
So, you were at Helgen. You saw this dragon with your own eyes? By Ysmir, Irileth was right. What do you say now, Proventus? Shall we continue to trust in the strength of our walls against the dragon?
My lord, we should send troops to Riverwood at once. It's in the most immediate danger. If that dragon is lurking in the mountains,
The Jarl of Falkreath will view that as a provocation. He'll assume we're preparing to join Ulfric's side and attack him. We should not...
Enough! I'll not stand idly by while the dragon burns my hold and slaughters my people. Irileth, send a detachment to Riverwood at once.
yes, my Jarl.
If you'll excuse me, I'll return to my duties.
That would be best. Well done. You sought me out on your own initiative. You've done Whiterun a service, and I won't forget it. Here, take this as a small token of my esteem. There is another thing you could do for me. Suitable for someone of your particular talents, perhaps. Come, let's go find Farengar, my court wizard. He's been looking into a matter related to these dragons and rumors of dragons.
So as we get stronger, it's going to be harder and harder for us to get over encumbered. But we're not there yet.
Come to Dragon's
Farengar,
Reach.
I think I found someone
indeed.
who can help you
Yes,
with
I could use.
your dragon
Well,
project.
when I say fetch, I really mean delve into it. You see, one sure mark of a fool is to dismiss it. But I began to search for information. I go to Bleak Falls Barrow, find this tablet, no doubt interred in the main chamber, and bring it to me. Simplicity itself. Ah, the Dragon Stone of Bleak Falls Barrow. You all. That is where.
Farengar! Farengar, you need to come at once. A dragon's been sighted nearby. Use. Come to.
A dragon. How exciting. Where was it seen? What was it doing?
I'd take this a bit more seriously if I were you. If a dragon decides to attack Whiterun, I don't know if we can stop it. Let's go.
So, Irileth tells me you came from the Western Watchtower?
Yes, my lord.
Tell him what you told me about the dragon.
Oh, that's right. We saw it coming from the south. It was fast. Faster than anything I've ever seen.
What did it do? Is it attacking the Watchtower?
No, my lord. It was just circling overhead when I left. I never ran so fast in my life. I thought it would come after me, for sure.
Good work, son. We'll take it from here. Head down to the barracks for some food and rest. You've earned it. Irileth, you'd better gather some guardsmen and get down there.
I've already ordered my men to muster near the main gate.
Good. Don't fail me. There's no time to stand on ceremony, my friend. I need your help again. I want you to go with Irileth and help her fight this dragon. You survived Helgen, so you have more experience with dragons than anyone else here. But I haven't forgotten the service you did for me in retrieving the Dragon Stone for Farengar. As a token of my esteem, I have instructed Avenici that you are now permitted to purchase property in the city. And please, accept this gift from my personal armory.
You should come along. I would very much like to see this dragon.
No, I can't afford to risk both of you. I need you here working on ways to defend the city against these dragons.
As you command.
Alright, so it is daytime now. Out. So we should be able to sell off some of our junk before we
I hope you get there in
jump into battle with the dragon. Now, one of the things we do need to do is we do need to pick up some arrows. Especially seeing as how we've upped the difficulty.
chops and steaks fit for
I
y'all.
need brisket.
Get them fresh from the
Take a good look around. I'm sure you'll find what you're looking for. If not, everything's for sale, my... Oh, a bit of this and a bit of that. Do come...
So these books right there, they are books that allow you to craft some of the modded armors.
You know nothing.
So.
Nothing of our struggles, our suffering. I ain't done nothing.
Guts. I don't claim to be. Blades, helmets, pretty much anything to suit your needs.
So this is where a lot of our weight was coming from right there. We don't have any reason that or any need to do anything with it. We could do something with it, but at the moment we're just going to keep it. So Um,
Don't forget
you
to
might be
check the
thinking, why
travel
didn't I
shops
pick up
if you
those
need
arrows that
anything.
she had? Because we're going to come up here and get stronger arrows. Hopefully.
Hello. Hagraven or Horker, it matters not. We've got the arrows to fell in. What are you hunting? Never mind. I don't want to know.
Well, grab those. Alright. Bolts for crossbow. But we're not running crossbow. Yeah, there's more bolts. Alright. Besides the orcish arrows that we just picked up, that's probably going to be about all we can do.
Thank you very much for your business.
Alright, let's go ahead and swap out our arrows that we are using. We're going to start off the fight. Oh shoot, those are bolts, not arrows. Dang it. I guess I should pay a little more attention to that.
Bows and arrows for the mighty huntsman.
Yeah. And of course, we're not going to get what we purchased them for back. So, it is what it is. Alright.
Farewell.
At least we got over 200 steel arrows.
No, get back. It's still here somewhere. Rocky and Todd just got grabbed when they tried to make a run for it. Kinneret, save us. Here he comes again.
So this fight, it is easiest to be hiding in here. And pretty well you let the dragon attack the soldiers, and you just attack it whenever it's either on the ground or stationary. Alright, he's going to come crashing in. Not quite.
Is it dead?
Alright, let's go absorb ourselves a dragon soul and collect everything from it.
Look at that.
something I like doing, just to make things easier on me, before start screaming the Dovahkiin, open the map, because it makes it faster to get back here. And it cuts out a bunch of dialogue and whatnot. So,
You're finally here. The Jarl's been waiting for you.
You heard the summons. So what happened at the watchtower? Was the dragon there? I knew I could count on Irileth. But so it's true. Masters of the way of the voice. The dragon, if you really are the Greybeards.
Didn't you hear the thundering sound as you returned to Whiterun? That was the voice of the Greybeards, summoning you to High Hrothgar. This hasn't happened in centuries, at least. Not since Tiber Septim himself was summoned when he was still Talos of Atmora.
Rangar, calm yourself. What does any of this Nord nonsense have to do with our friend here? Capable as she may be, I don't see any signs of her being
You've
this...
done a great service for me and my city, Dragonborn. By my right as Jarl, I name you Thane of Whiterun. It's the greatest honor that's within my power to grant. I assign you Lydia as a personal housecarl, and this weapon from my armory to serve as your badge of office. I'll also notify my guards of your new title. Wouldn't want them to think you're part of the common rabble, now would we? We are honored to have you as Thane of our city, Dragonborn.
Not nonsense. Why, you puffed up ignorant. These are our sacred traditions that go back to the founding of the First Empire.
Frongar, don't be so hard on others. I meant no disrespectful.
all right. Sneak around Lydia just so that since we don't have a house, well, besides the Leveler's Tower, since we don't have a house yet, rather not have to deal with
There's been talk amongst the gods that you are
having her follow me around. So,
We've got to sell as much as we can, as soon as we can.
all right.
That's what you always say.
Look, you've already been told you're not allowed here. Turn around and go back the way you came.
So if we stuck around, we would have picked up a quest from those two red guards. Not really interested in starting up that quest just yet. It's something we will do. We will take up that quest. But for the time being, we are going to skip it. Now, let's see. Now, I might be noticing that the Magicka health and stamina all are in the green. And that is because as we kill more dragons, the more stats we get. Between, we're going to get, obviously, the Magicka health and stamina. We're also going to start building up resistances to fire, lightning, poison, disease. Pretty well, we're going to be building up resistances to everything. And ice, obviously. So, but on a different note, we want to get ourselves a spouse. And there's a reasoning behind that. So, first and foremost,
Need a ride? Where do you want to go?
in order to get a spouse, we need to go to Riften.
And we'll be off.
And
I might have to stop and get myself a pint at
the reason we need to go to Riften is we need to get a amulet of Mara. And we also have to talk to the priest. And the reason why we want to get ourselves a spouse is so that we can have a...
Hold there. Before I let you into Riften, you need to pay the visitors for the privilege of entering the city. All right, keep your voice down. You want everyone to hear you?
So that we can have a market stall so that we can sell more stuff much easier. Because once we start leveling our blacksmithing and our chanting, we're going to have equipment that we're selling for way more than what any vendors carry. So, all right. So to meet the priest, we have to come into the Bee and Barb. And priest is this gentleman right here.
Wonderful. Where to begin? Mara is the goddess of... We also perform wedding ceremonies. Yes, if you were ready.
Now,
are you
I do tend to skip through a lot of conversations because of how many times I've heard it.
One of them comes to the temple and we arrange a ceremony. I'm sorry, but even Mara's temple needs coin.
Oh, I guess I need to sell some stuff right quick. All right. Oh, hey. None of the vendors are open. Let's see.
Running a little light in the pockets, lass? Your pockets. I could take a hint, lass. You want to make some coin?
I'm sorry, I'm afraid I can't help you much right now. I'm currently in war.
You've got the coin? Sure thing. It's yours for a day. I'll show you to your room. Right this way.
Take it easy, Father. You're making a scene.
I'll rest easy.
Watch what you're doing.
Every last Imperial pig back across the Gerald Mountains. Now, do me the honor I deserve as your father. And
Yeah. What's your problem?
Yes, Father.
All right, so with the pumping iron mod, I don't know if you only require 8 hours of sleep or if it's 10 hours sleep. Either which way, we're going to go with the 10 hours of sleep, and the reason behind that is just to make sure. So what I was checking before was right here in the pumping iron, looking at the current training. As long as your current training is over 1, you can, when you sleep, you will gain 1 in body weight. Now you have it's only so often you can do that, but it is something to do. So, all right, let's head back down. We're going to get some stuff sold off. And see what we can accomplish.
Is the best in all of Skyrim. Always as fresh as the day it was collected.
Come to see Balaman Blades, helmets, pretty much anything to suit your needs.
All right. We are going to go ahead and sell off iron ore. Just so we got some money.
If you need any more smithing work, come see me again.
All right.
I've never seen Miol this upset about anything. The city
So I think we're since we already interacted with. Well, we'll step into the bee and barb right quick. Well, we'll probably have to go to the temple.
I presume you're bothering me.
Yep, we gotta go to the temple.
Buy some armor and live to tell about it.
How may I help? Here you are. Now, remember, good luck. Mara bless you. May you return to her benevolence and safety.
Now, in order to get a spouse, getting a spouse is quite easy in game. So first and foremost, you need the amulet of Mara. Put that on, and then that makes it or signals to different NPCs that you are interested in marriage. Now,
If you've got the coin, you've come to the right
Yeah. What's your problem? Yeah. What's your problem?
all right.
You're a stranger here too, huh?
We'll step back outside. And there's a bunch of different NPCs that you can get as spouse. Quite a few. And different. You can get different. Well, there's a bunch of different mods out there that offer even more. We've actually got one unlocked that we can have become our spouse right now. And let's go ahead and pull up the map. And it is back here in Riverwood. Said person that we can have become our spouse is right here at the Riverwood Trader. Now,
It means so much to us to have the claw back where it belongs. Thank you. Well, yes, why wouldn't I be? Are you interested in me? It's settled then. Brief as life can be in Skyrim, at least we'll have each other.
all right. So before we actually do the before I actually do the wedding, we are going to buy the house in Windrun. But before that, let's go ahead and turn on some mods that are going to make my life a challenge. All right. But with the challenge is also going to come rewards. All right. Now, turning the poison off just because it's rough. Now, and I also turn off rats. Mainly because, well, rats are just annoying. They're even smaller than, well, they're the smallest critter you can have to, or you'd have to attack. And they're just not fun. So I turn them off. So, all right. Alright, so we need to wait, or exit the menu, wait 4 minutes before we can change our preset.
A new
But
face, and the right fair one at that.
alright. Before we do that, alright, it is conjuration, crafting tools. Alright, where do we want to? We are going to alright, alchemy enchanting. Enchanter. Alright. Oh, I don't even have any any filled soul gems to do my first enchantment. Oh, they're already closed. Oh well. So this is going to be a challenge, but it is still going to be doable. Remember earlier when I mentioned that when we skipped past the mine, and I said that we were going to come back? Well, we're coming back. So there's two ways into the mine. And we've already passed actually it's the exit. And let's see if I can remember exactly where it's at. So this is actually the exit to the mine. Now you want to avoid walking into those, because otherwise you'll make all kinds of ruckus. So without the mods that I activated on, we already have encountered more enemies than is normally in this mine. So a couple things going on. The more, or with the mods that I've got fired up, the harder things are, the more equipment and gear we're going to get. More equipment and gear that we're going to get, the more money we make. So typically when you come in from the other direction, this is the lever that you would hit. But that explains why those two bandits are already dead. Alright, I should have picked up a key.
Never should have come here.
And that's another thing with these mods. Some of these enemies spawn in after you've already passed. So no. Not sure where that key is. Now, granted, I also don't remember that chest being there. So those two weapons ain't worth much, but every septum counts. So we are going to take them.
Need something? You picked up.
All right. Well, let's head on back to Whiterun. We're going to be doing some smithing. We've picked up a bunch of iron ore. Actually, let's just do this.
been looking for you. Got something I'm supposed to deliver. Your hands only. Let's see here. Looks like that's it. Got to go. Nope. Sorry. Nothing.
Alright, so there's iron. Let's see what we can do at the chain rack. Alright. So the armor that we are going to end up going for is this armor right here. It's a matter of, well, I was going to say, as a matter of fact, we can go ahead and start making it, but first and foremost, I want to level up our smithing. No, we'll go ahead and make our armor.
Not too shabby. Apprentice level work, but solid. Keep at it.
Gauntlets. Alright. So let's go ahead and get into that armor. As you can see, we got a bunch of equipment that we need to get sold off. Alright. So this is that armor. Now we don't have the full set yet. We do have a hood that we will actually wear. The boots, and there's a couple other odds and ends, but we'll get there.
Got some good pieces. Take a look.
But let's get some stuff sold off. And alright. And but what it boils down to is we need to get to 5,000 gold, or septum, well, gold, septums, whatever. All right.
Check inside the shop if you need anything.
Drained her of all of her cash.
We've got small weapons as well as big. The finest weapons and armor.
And So we could sell ore off, or ingots, or we can hold on to them and use them for crafting, and crafted goods selling for more than raw goods. But actually, there's a particular enchantment that I want. Let's see if she's got. And that is it right there. So instead of filling an empty soul gem, this one adds an empty soul gem. And when you level your enchanting up high enough that you have, you can put 2 enchantments on a weapon.
We're looking for someone in Whiterun. We'll pay good money
Oh,
for information.
got a little too close.
A woman. She's likely not using her true name. We will pay for any. We are not welcome here in Whiterun. So we will be. It's none of your concern. If that doesn't interest you, feel free to walk away. We will find her eventually.
But this is the property that we are saving up money to buy. We need a bit more money before we can. But yeah, so all right. Let's go into the general goods.
Take a good look around. I'm sure you'll find what you're looking for. If not, let me know. I might have it stored away. Everything's... Oh, a bit of this and a bit of that.
All right. So, scrolls, I don't keep them typically. Now, the dancing swords, I don't know if there's actually a spell for the dancing swords. It's one I definitely want. But
Do come back.
But in the meantime, I do think I'm going to call this one here. I do want to say thank you all for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, follow, leave a comment. And I really hope to catch you guys next time. Take care. Have yourselves a wonderful day.